Introduction. What is PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a serious mental health condition. It can develop after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. These events are often called traumas. PTSD is not a sign of weakness. It is a natural human response to overwhelming stress. This essay will explore the causes, symptoms, and solutions for PTSD, highlighting real-life examples to illustrate its impact. We will also discuss how society can play a crucial role in prevention and support. The roots of trauma. Understanding the causes of PTSD. PTSD is typically triggered by a traumatic experience. This could be a physical assault, a natural disaster, a serious accident, or war. However, not everyone who experiences trauma develops PTSD. Several factors influence an individual's vulnerability to the disorder. These include the severity and duration of the trauma, the individual's support system, and pre-existing mental health conditions. Genetic factors can also play a role. Recognizing the signs, common symptoms of PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a mental health condition triggered by experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. Understanding the symptoms is crucial for early intervention and support. PTSD manifests in various ways, affecting both the mind and body. It can disrupt daily life and relationships, making it essential to recognize the signs. Symptoms are often grouped into 4 categories: intrusion, avoidance, negative changes in thoughts and mood, and alterations in arousal and reactivity. Each category encompasses a range of experiences that can vary in intensity and duration. Intrusion symptoms involve reliving the trauma through nightmares, flashbacks, or intrusive thoughts. These can be so vivid that they feel like the event is happening all over again, causing significant distress. Avoidance encompasses efforts to avoid anything that serves as a reminder of the traumatic event. This can include steering clear of certain places, people, or activities that trigger memories of the trauma. Negative thoughts and mood changes can include feelings of guilt, shame, detachment, and difficulty experiencing positive emotions. Individuals may also struggle with a sense of hopelessness about the future, feeling as though they are permanently changed by the trauma. Finally, alterations in arousal and reactivity involve being easily startled, having difficulty sleeping, and experiencing angry outbursts. These symptoms can lead to hypervigilance, where the person is constantly on edge and can severely impact their ability to relax and feel safe. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step towards seeking help. Therapy, medication, and support from loved ones can make a significant difference in managing PTSD. If you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms, it's important to reach out to a mental health professional for guidance and support. Remember, PTSD is a common response to trauma, and with the right treatment and support, individuals can work towards recovery and reclaim their lives.
When disaster strikes, PTSD, in the wake of the Kerala floods. The 2018 Kerala floods were a stark reminder of nature's fury. Torrential rains and overflowing rivers turned serene landscapes into scenes of chaos and destruction. The catastrophic event claimed hundreds of lives and displaced millions. Families were torn apart, homes were submerged, and entire communities were left in ruins. The floods left an indelible mark on the survivors, many of whom experienced significant trauma. The psychological scars were as deep as the physical ones, if not deeper. In the aftermath, there was a surge in cases of PTSD, with individuals reporting vivid flashbacks of the disaster, nightmares, and intense anxiety. The constant fear of another disaster loomed large in their minds. Rescue workers and volunteers, who played a crucial role in saving lives, were not immune to the trauma. Many of them also experienced PTSD, haunted by the memories of the devastation they witnessed. Community support became a lifeline for many. Local organizations and mental health professionals stepped in to provide counseling and support, helping survivors navigate their emotional turmoil. Rebuilding efforts began almost immediately, but the road to recovery was long and arduous. While physical structures could be rebuilt, healing the emotional wounds required time and patience. Children, in particular, were deeply affected. The trauma of losing their homes and seeing their loved ones in distress left a lasting impact on their young minds. The floods highlighted the importance of mental health awareness and the need for accessible mental health services. It became clear that addressing the psychological impact of such disasters was as crucial as the physical recovery. Despite the overwhelming challenges, the resilience and hope of the people of Kerala shone through. Their spirit of unity and determination to rebuild their lives was truly inspiring. Moving forward, there is a greater emphasis on disaster preparedness and mental health support, ensuring that communities are better equipped to handle future crises. The 2018 Kerala floods will always be remembered, not just for the destruction they caused, but for the strength and resilience of the people who faced them head-on.
An invisible pandemic, COVID-19, and its impact on mental health. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on global mental health. The fear of infection, isolation measures, economic uncertainty, and grief over lost loved ones have created a fertile ground for anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Healthcare workers, frontline workers, and individuals who have lost loved ones to the virus are particularly vulnerable to developing PTSD. The pandemic has highlighted the urgent need for accessible and affordable mental health services.
Living in fear PTSD in the Israel-Palestine conflict. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine has resulted in widespread trauma and displacement. Individuals living in conflict zones are constantly exposed to violence, fear, and uncertainty. Families are torn apart, homes are destroyed, and the sense of normalcy is shattered. Children, in particular, are vulnerable, growing up in an environment where the sounds of explosions and the sight of destruction are part of their daily lives. This relentless exposure to conflict leaves deep psychological scars. This chronic exposure to trauma can lead to a complex form of PTSD, characterized by a pervasive sense of danger, difficulty trusting others, and a loss of hope for the future. Symptoms can include flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, and uncontrollable thoughts about the traumatic events. The constant state of alertness and the inability to feel safe can make it difficult for individuals to function in their daily lives. Relationships suffer, and the ability to work or attend school is often compromised. Addressing the mental health needs of those affected by the conflict is crucial for fostering healing and reconciliation. Mental health professionals play a vital role in providing therapy and support to help individuals process their trauma. Community programs aimed at rebuilding trust and providing safe spaces for expression are essential. International aid and local initiatives must work hand in hand to create sustainable solutions. Only through comprehensive mental health care and community support can the cycle of trauma be broken, paving the way for a more peaceful future.
Seeking help, finding hope. Treatment options for PTSD. Fortunately, PTSD is treatable. Several effective therapies are available, including trauma-focused psychotherapy, medication, and support groups. Trauma-focused psychotherapy helps individuals process the traumatic event and develop coping mechanisms. Medications, such as antidepressants, can alleviate symptoms like anxiety and depression. Support groups provide a safe and supportive space for individuals to share their experiences and connect with others who understand their struggles.
Building resilience, preventing PTSD in individuals and communities. While not all traumatic events are preventable, there are measures that can be taken to mitigate their impact and foster resilience. Strengthening social support networks, promoting mental health literacy, and providing access to mental health services are crucial steps in building individual and community resilience. Early intervention following a traumatic event is also essential to prevent the development of PTSD.
A shared responsibility. Society's role in supporting PTSD survivors. Supporting PTSD survivors is a shared responsibility. Society can play a vital role in creating a supportive and understanding environment. This includes reducing stigma surrounding mental health, providing access to affordable and accessible mental health services, and promoting trauma-informed practices in schools, workplaces, and communities.
Conclusion towards a future of understanding and support. PTSD is a complex and challenging condition, but with the right support and treatment, recovery is possible. By understanding the causes, symptoms, and solutions for PTSD, we can create a more compassionate and supportive world for those who have experienced trauma. It is our collective responsibility to break down the stigma surrounding mental health and ensure that individuals affected by PTSD receive the care and support they need to heal and thrive.